Hello and welcome back to another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. I thought today we'd work on triangle and half moon. Those are really fun poses. If you have a couple of blocks, great. If you have a wall space, great. I'll show you how to do the postures with the wall and with the blocks. So if you like this sort of video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that red button and subscribe and hit the bell so you can get notified weekly when I'm live with you. Thank you, YouTube. Let's begin. Have a seat on the mat. Because half moon and triangle are hip openers, it makes sense for us to start in a way where we're opening the hips. So we're seated with our shins crossed, and there's like a triangular shape. That's Cooper making his Christmas debut. By the way, happy holidays, everybody. It's already December. Happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas. Oh my gosh, we're on our way. Anyway, so you're seated in a triangular shape, right? Flex both of your ankles, and then let your hands rest on your inner knees. It could be palms facing up. That tends to be more energizing. Could be palms facing down. That tends to be more grounding. Or you can let the hands sit at the base of your pelvis, which is somewhere in between. Have your shoulders directly over the eyes of your elbows, and sit up tall. So sit up and out of the sides of your waist. Lift your heart and chest up. Roll your shoulders back and down, chin level with the ground, crown of the head stretching up towards the ceiling. If you're hearing any background noises, again, that's Cooper in the background. He's so cute. Can't fault him. Take an inhale here. And then when you exhale, make sure your chin is level with the ground. Bring your hands by your outer hips and change the crossing of your shins. Again, you want to sit up really tall, flexing your feet, and maybe both of your feet will support the outer knees, or maybe just one. Notice where your knees are in relation to space, Make sure your knees are not super high. If they are, that means you need to sit up on something. You can sit up on a block, you can sit up on a pillow, you can sit up on a blanket. When you inhale, draw your chin towards the top of your chest. And then when you exhale, bring your chin so it's level with the mat. And then begin to take your arms out to the height of your shoulders. Rotate your arms in a way that your palms are facing up. And as you inhale, reach your arms up so you're going really tall. Then as you exhale, resist your arms down. Rotate your arms. So this is external rotation. Inhale, float your arms up. And then exhale, resist your arms down. We'll do that 2 more times. Rotate the arms so your palms face up. Inhale. Exhale, resist the arms down. 1 more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, resist the arms down. Perfect, everyone. Now draw yourself up. If you have a mat, great. If you don't, you can certainly do this on your floor, on your carpet. It's just a little bit easier on the mat because you might tend to slip and slide. Okay. Cut into child's pose. I'm going to bring out my hands because sometimes my hands get slippery because I always forget, don't lotion before you do yoga because your hands will slip. So you're coming into child's pose. Extend the arms more forward, more straight. Lift the forearms, lift the elbows. And then you're going to inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your knees from the mat. You're in downward dog pose. So as you look back at your feet, keep your feet about hip socket distance. Stretch your inner and outer heels down towards the ground. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet. So you're taking a forward fold at the back edge of your mat. Have all 10 of your toes pointing forward. And then take your hands behind you towards the small of your back. Interlace your fingers at the webbing. You could use a strap here. And stretch your arms off of your back body. Reach the knuckles up and overhead. Work towards getting the legs to be straight. Allow the head to hang. Then release the hands to the mat and walk back out to down dog. Because, triangle and half moon are hip openers, we're going to already continue to open the hips. So join your feet together. And as you inhale, reach your right heel backwards. As you exhale, rotate your right thigh bone in the hip socket and lift your right leg a little bit higher. Your right leg could be straight or bent. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, level off your hips, bring your right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. And then exhale, externally rotate your left thigh bone in the hip socket. Again, the left leg can be straight or you can bend the knee. Inhale here. Then exhale, level off your hips, bring the left foot down to meet the right. Take an inhale and bring your right foot forward, on the little toe, not the little toe, the pinky side of your right hand. And then it's like a lifted pigeon. Those of you who've seen the pigeon video, we did just strictly pigeon, but you're rolling to the little toe side of your right foot. The hips are dropping, the chest is lifted. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, take that right leg up and back, come back to down dog. And then bring the left foot forward by your left pinky hand or left pinky finger. Do you have a pinky hand? I don't think so. And then roll to the little toe side of your left foot. You know, yogis, we sometimes make up words when we're teaching. For whatever reason, we combine words together. Very strange. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, take it back and up. Down dog. Bring your feet forward to meet your hands. Lift your heart, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. You can take a hold of opposite elbows or biceps. You can even sway a little bit from side to side. Let your head hang. And then come back to center. Bring your hands to your outer hips. Draw the belly in. Inhale, come up to stand up. Adjust your clothing. And then exhale. Come to the center of your mat. Again, we're just focusing on hip openers. We're focusing on triangle and half moon. So we're going to do a few half sun salutes. We're going to cultivate a little bit of balance, and we're going to jump right into it, right? So you can stand with your feet together or hip socket distance apart. However you feel the most grounded. And then inhale, reach your arms up. This is half sun salute, Ardha Surya Namaskara. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale to fold back down. Now press down into your feet, inhale. Reach your arms up. Look up. And then exhale, come back to center. Let's do two more just like that. Right? Half sun salutes. I'll do a little Sanskrit if you will. Inhale, reach your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold back down. Uttanasana. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. One more half sun salute. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, fold yourself in half. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale to fold back down. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And then exhale, bring it back to center. Okay, so the purpose of the sun salutes is just to get you connected with your breath, right? So linking movements guided by your breath and to create a little bit of heat in your body. We did a little bit of hip opening because we sat in Sukhasana, which is a comfortable seat for most, not all. And now we're going to cultivate balance by doing tree pose. So it is the month of December. There'll be lots of tree poses. There'll be camel poses. There'll be things of that nature. There will be bow poses, things of that nature. So lift all 10 toes up, spread your toes out, bring your toes back down. So it'll probably look the opposite to you, but you're gonna take your right leg into tree. So your right foot can be anywhere above or below your left knee. Hold on to that right ankle and see if you can take the right foot high to the left inner thigh. Now, if you have a wall, you could hold on to the wall, right? So this is my tree leg and it's externally rotated. This is my neutral leg, my Tadasana leg. And then take your arms out to the height of your shoulders, rotate your arms so your palms face up. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Remember, we did that in our seated position. Tree pose, great pose to do for triangle, great pose to do for half moon. Hip opening and balance. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, resist the arms down. Release your tree leg. Bring your right foot down to meet the left. And then just kind of like a palate cleanser, if you will. Bend your knees, straighten your legs, pause. Right? Now you're going to take your left leg into tree. So you could hold on to your left ankle and bring your left foot high to the right inner thigh. And also you can keep the foot on the ground if your balance is off today. Rotate your arms, float the arms up, and try to settle your gaze on something that's not moving. Shoulders not shrugging up, they're actually reaching down towards your waist. Take an inhale here. Then when you exhale, resist the arms down. Free your tree leg. Bring your foot back down. Now take your legs apart. About a leg's length distance. We'll do warrior two, and then we'll go into triangle and half moon. Place your hands on your hips, and then bend your right knee a little bit and turn your whole right leg out. So you're turning from within the hip socket. You're just not moving the foot. because then the knee won't come along. Slightly pigeon toe your left foot, line up your right heel with your back arch, open up your arms, inhale, exhale, warrior two. So as you get into it, you're like, oh, I can go a little bit deeper, I'm a little bit more warmed up. Keep both of your arms at the same height, extend out through your fingertips. Bend your right knee a little bit more, inhale. Then exhale, straighten your right knee, parallel your legs, bring your hands back to your hips. Rotate your left leg in the hip socket, turn from deep within the hips, from the left thigh bone, and then slightly pigeon toe your right foot. The left heel is lining up with the right arch. Open your arms to the height of your shoulders, take an inhale. And then exhale, bend your knee, coming into warrior two, second side. Stack each vertebrae evenly on top of one another and keep your collarbones spread wide apart. Press the bottom tips of your shoulder blades in towards your chest. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, straighten out your left knee, parallel your legs, all 10 toes are pointing forward. So I like a long triangle, but you don't have to make it long. You can make it a little bit shorter. If you're tight, I would say try to go a little bit longer. If you're more flexible, you could, bring it back in. I'm going to show you how to do triangle and half moon using a block, and then I'll show you how to do triangle and half moon using the wall. So like you did in warrior two, externally rotate your right thigh bone in the hip socket. If you're using the block, place the block on the little toe side of your right foot. Slightly pigeon toe your left foot, beg your pardon. Right heel lines up with left arch. Open your arms to the height of your shoulders. As you inhale, shift your pelvis back towards your left heel. Take another inhale, reach forward, and then exhale, right hand to block, left arm up to the ceiling. Now, what if you didn't have a block? You could use a bench. You could use like a chair, or you have nothing at all. Maybe let your hand rest on your shin. Lift your kneecaps, lift your quads. And then now here we come into the balance of half moon. So begin to take your left hand to your left hip crease, just to remind you to keep your chest open and your left shoulder behind you. As you're starting your yoga practice, you're going to look down, but as you progress, you'll look towards your device or look away from the ground. So you're going to bend your right knee so your right knee is tracking toward your second or third toe. Bring your left foot towards your right, and then take your hand to the floor or block, about a foot more on the diagonal of the little toe side of your right foot. And then as you inhale, transfer the weight onto the right leg. As you exhale, float that left leg up. Straighten out the legs, flex your left foot, and then take your left arm up to the ceiling. Legs straight, arms straight, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So extend out through your lifted heel. Lift your kneecaps, lift your quads, press into the big toe mound of your right foot. Take another huge breath in. Now when you exhale, take your left hand to your left hip. Firm your right or outer hip in towards the midline of your body. Soft cushioning landing back to triangle pose. Press down, inhale, come up. Exhale, release your arms, parallel your legs. So that was half moon and triangle pose, utilizing the block and the floor. Now, second side, we'll use the wall. So if you have the space that you can use the wall, you're going to take the block right next to the wall, specifically the baseboard. And same thing, you're going to line up your left heel with your right arch. So now my left outer hip is going to touch the wall. Right? Arms reach up to the height of your shoulders, kind of like that Leonardo da Vinci universal man or woman, or it, or theirs, or hers. And then inhale, reach towards your left side. Exhale, take your left hand either to your shin or to the block. And then I want you to feel the wall, right? So then slide or bend your left knee, slide the hand and or block further forward, maybe about a foot, and then brush yourself against the wall. Reach up through the right arm. Make sure, because you can see yourself, that your right shoulder and your left shoulder are stacked. So this really keeps you honest. Legs are straight, arms are straight, and you have the wall there. So what if your balance is a little bit off on a day? Use your wall, use the props. It's not a cheat, it's not a handicap, it's just having you experience the poses in a different way. Then firm your left outer hip, bend your left knee, and bring yourself slowly back, triangle pose. Draw the belly in, inhale, come up to stand up. Exhale, release your arms, parallel your legs, and then join your feet together. So that was doing triangle and half moon, utilizing the block and utilizing the wall. Let's wrap it up, come to the top edge of your mat. Take an inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, step back to plank pose. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows. Inhale, either cobra or up dog. I'm doing the up dog version. Exhale, drop back to down dog. And just take a few breaths here, your down dog. Rotate the upper arms away from the ears. Stretch your ear and outer heels towards the ground. Stay here, inhale. And then exhale, gently release your knees to the mat. Sit down on your feet or in between your feet and just pause. Stack each vertebrae on top of one another. Allow the crown of the head to reach up towards the ceiling. And just notice the effects of the yoga posture. Stay here, inhale. Then when you exhale, you're going to come back to how we began, sitting with your shins crossed. And notice maybe if there's a sense of more openness in your hips. Bring your hands to your heart center and allow your heart to lift and your mind to bow towards your heart. Thank you once again for joining me for another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. So again, welcome or welcome back. Don't forget to hit that red button to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you like the content, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I'm on YouTube live each week. Have a happy, happy holiday. Peace out, yogis. Ciao for now. All done, David.